warm welcome to everybody in ALRA TV land. It's a very special evening tonight. We've got a special guest, Angela Miller. We're very pleased that she's joining us from video link from America. She's originally from London actually, but she lives in Glastonbury in Somerset in England. And she is a spiritual communicator. She specialises in the healings of the soul. She's a wonderful lady, and we're very happy to have her on the show tonight. And we also have Sheikh Wajid and Sheikh Tanvir with us. But before I introduce Angela, just a few words from me on a personal note. We started to be in contact in October. This was just before our Sufi gathering that we had in the Glastonbury Town Hall. And, as you've seen on line, it was a wonderful event, very well attended. And a lot of that thanks goes to Angela. She helped very much helped me to promote the Glastonbury event, setting up the radio interview with Glastonbury FM with Steve Lee, and getting on the Oracle, the local newspaper. And this is probably why it was so well attended at that Glastonbury event. So I think we all owe gratitude to Angela, because we all enjoyed that evening so much. It was a shame that she wasn't in town for that one, but I'm sure she's going to join us at some stage, because we're going to be back in Glastonbury. So without further ado, I'd like to welcome Angela to our show, our Prelude Show. Hi, Angela.
Hello there, Steve. Thank you very much for having me on, and blessings as always.
Right. And Angela's actually, I've just discovered now that she's actually a poet as well who writes prayers. Just finding out more about you as the evening goes on, which is wonderful. So please share the prayer with us. It would be a lovely way to open the evening. And the prayer for the heart, the opening of the heart is a beautiful topic. So please continue, Angela.
Thank you. Here in the sacred temple of the I Am Self, we look within to find our sacred, sovereign, neutral peace in our hearts. I engage with all universal sacred knowledge of peace within me at all times. I give thanks to our source and remember this moment, to resolve the past, to engage fully with a new era of peace and consciousness expansion of light in a universe free of the global narrative. I bless you all from my heart to yours. May your journey be free and in love, peace and harmony with all that is, was and ever will be.
Beautiful. Amen to that. That's absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that. That was a world exclusive, that prayer. It's the first time that it's been read, and I'm sure everybody, all our viewers will be enjoying that, guys. It was absolutely beautiful expansion and consciousness. This is very much the Universal Sufi Order's message, consciousness of the heart and awareness of the self. So absolutely beautiful. So Angela, please tell us what you're doing in America. As I said, you're from Glastonbury.
I am.
But you're over in America.
I am. I am also from Glastonbury, but I'm also a proud Londoner. So I've been on a journey here in Canada, Mexico, America, and I grew up away from my family. So I always experienced a sense of disconnectedness to that family because we always lived in the UK.
Right.
So I'm sure there are many, many people out there listening who've experienced that too. I'm a second generation of many cultures. But the idea was to seek that connection, that deeper connection and meaning with my soul family that I was separated from. So the journey started in Canada in Toronto, meeting the most amazing people on the way. And then I found myself at Ohio Serpent Mound. And I met a lady there she met me just as I was leaving. And she promotes peace. And they're also having an event on the 20th of March, which is all about planting the seeds of peace and praying for the waters of our planet, the waters of our souls and bodies, along with somebody that you've met, I believe, Chief Golden Light Eagle.
Right, yes. Yeah, that was very interesting when we saw the Chief on your Facebook page. I thought, wow, he attended about 3 of our programs, actually. 3 of our Sufi programs across Arizona and into California as well. You know, it was wonderful seeing him. He's a really great man, isn't he?
Well, I haven't personally met him, but I will do at the event in March. It is to all our relations and cultures. So no matter where we are over the world, spread out in different areas, we all must come back to the heart. And the heart just transcends all global politics, global narrative, religions. It's all about our hearts and how we expand and connect to each other in this great Dreamtime awakening.
Yes, yeah. Oh, there's very much a spiritual shift at the moment, isn't there? And as far as the spiritual heart is concerned, a little bit about our Sufi message. We're a universal order, which means any nationality, any religion or non-religion is more than welcome to join us. And it's very much about enlightening the heart, the awakening of the heart. And we do this through a mystical technique, a mystical formula. Spiritually is inserted into the heart, and the heart starts to resound the name of God, whichever name of God people call upon. It's a very free will message. But once that name enters the heart, it starts to produce divine energy, positive energy, divine light. And this is very much the consciousness of when the heart is enlightened and the soul's enlightened, then we feel that consciousness within and that expanding thoughtfulness.
Yes, and it is the expansion of the heart frequency of now, because then we can receive more divine guidance, light guidance, in whatever format that takes. That's a natural divine co-creative right that every single being on this planet has.
Yes.
So I really do agree with that. My perspective in the past has come from quite a technical dynamic of helping people with heart issues to recover. So we have the number one killer, which is heart disease, heart attacks, strokes, and we all carry that at a heart level. So I found it fascinating to have the pleasure to study with people that were really amazing in this area of helping to release the heart from blockages. So the bigger and higher the frequency of the heart, the more stronger and able the soul is to manifest through and live a conscious and sacred life.
Absolutely. So the program you've got in Ohio, that's in March, is it?
Yeah, March the 20th to the 22nd. That is going to be an event with many different cultures. And it's an invitation to those that hear that call, that want to connect, pray, at a very special place in Ohio, which is a historical place. It's millions of years old. It's going to be in a crater that's very ancient and holds a very special resonance of peace on the planet. So I'm very much looking forward to that.
Yes, that's wonderful. We're going to be in US around that time, but I think we'll be in California, which is a long, long way from Ohio. But we'll be there in spirit with you. I'm sure we're gonna link up at some stage. I mean, we're through Louis Marie Blanche, isn't it? This is our connection. That,
Yes.
who's also a friend of Azucena Avila, and it was through Azucena that we've got this contact. But after that Glastonbury, we actually went on to another 2 programs, and then we went to Israel. I don't know if you knew that.
I did hear of that.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, that was absolutely incredible.
Beautiful.
We had a program in Jerusalem in the YMCA there. Azucena came to both of them, and we did. We held a talk there in the YMCA. Our Sufi master, Yunus Al Goha, delivered a beautiful speech, and then we did the Circle of Love, where we chanted the 5 messengers in Jerusalem. You know, Jesus, Muhammad, Adam, Moses, and David. It was just incredible. The response that we had there. So it's going out there. We're trying to unite the souls. It's all about unity and universal Sufism. This is what we're promoting.
Yeah, the universal message of the heart is very important. But I feel, because I've got quite a background with helping people to heal their hearts, one of the most important things is to remove the blockages, so that the light body can operate efficiently in coherence with the heart, mind, body, and soul. And once those blockages have been removed, then it's going to be more comfortable for the person to integrate that process. So coming back to the UK, I've got a series of events in Glastonbury that are based on discoveries in Mexico of a pre-Hispanic way of working with steam and herbs. And it is a beautiful process using ancient songs to really let go and purify from the toxins that people experience from day-to-day living, unhealthy foods, working in toxic environments, being in toxic situations. And we run programs for women. There are separate programs for men, and there are also mixed groups. But I feel to share that from a woman's perspective, as women are the mothers of the family. And mothers need all the help that they can get with their hearts from the perspective of maternal stresses.
Well, it's wonderful.
So you can find us on Facebook, on Temazcal, TEMASZCAL, UK and Europe, and you'll find the dates there for the first week in Glastonbury. We will be operating in East Anglia, Birmingham, Manchester, and Scotland, and Wales. Mustn't forget Wales. And
Wales
London.
as well.
Forgot London there for a moment.
Okay. Wow, that's all going to be next year. You're going to be
No, this is this May.
This year, yeah.
This May, and alongside that, I will be running my regular sessions. I help people to release their traumas in a very unique and special way. I am gifted in certain areas that support that, but I also help people to transform their businesses and their lives to one of living spiritual peace.
Right. Oh,
so your business is peaceful, all of your interactions are going to be peaceful, and your heart is peaceful. So they all work congruently together. It's a very beautiful thing. I want to promote business in families because it's really important that we bring the heart of the family back to a more productive way. Instead of families being separated through separate work commitments, we need to unify the family first, and that's my spiritual joy and gift that I love to do. So you can find me on Facebook again, Concordia Consularis. It means, in Latin, harmony in perfect counsel. So you can find my support services there. I run a specific program to help the heart of business and help the heart of the family.
Oh, absolutely brilliant. So, yeah, so there's very much living a normal life, a family life, and the business is very important, but together with that connection to your spiritual side as well, and awareness that you're a spiritual being.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we realise that the global narrative and the corporate world may not necessarily support that for each individual family. So when the family is empowered, they do great things. When lineages are empowered, they do really big things. And then when nations are empowered, they do really huge things when it comes to being the living embodiment of sacred neutral peace on the planet. And that's when we begin to see massive changes. So I'm very committed to that. It does bring my heart a great deal of spiritual joy, and I get very excited about talking about the subject.
You sound okay. Sheikh Wajid, one of our Sufis, amazing.
This idea definitely is very interesting, especially connecting the families and in the business sense, because we do hear corporates, as you mentioned, the sector, which is composed of individuals coming from different backgrounds, different cultures, different nations and races, in fact, but because of their skill set or speciality, if there is which is a common factor, they combine together, deliver, and work together. But is this concept or idea is like for to come up with a business idea and look for the family to really strive through it in order to gain success? So how I'm curious, as in, like, okay, what is the concept behind it?
The concept is that every family is unique and has come from different origins on the planet. Some may have individual skill sets, so you may have a really talented artist or graphic designer, but then somebody else is really good at accounting and paperwork.
Yes.
And it's a whole process that everybody can feed into, realizing their individual talents, gifts, and skills. Now, very often, as I was growing up, I would hear from a lot of friends saying their parents wanted to pressure them into doing business only. Maybe they were an artist, a particularly fine artist, but then they weren't encouraged to fulfill their dreams. So if each individual in the family can fulfill their dreams together as a family unit, then we're going to make greater progress. That's the concept, really. But it's working with the individual family because everybody is different. Everybody comes from a different culture and brings something very unique to the mix.
I see. So if the family is interested to go with this idea that we are all living separate lives, don't have enough time to focus as a family together, and if they are committed to change, live up on that lifestyle, and come up with this idea and work together and achieve for that and follow this objective or so, is that I guess that's the concept.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it does work on an individual level for individuals that may not have a family yet, but want to develop themselves in that way, to be open to those processes. Also, it works on a family level. If there are particularly if there are some family issues that need to be resolved before that family can move forward. Whether there is discord. Where there is discord, there is always peace on the other side. So we look for solutions rather than get people intensely entrenched in discord. So it brings people to a point of realignment within their own hearts to bring about peace in their working lives, which is basically an energy transaction.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Very interesting. An energy transaction. Yes. So, about what have you heard about our? I mean, I don't think you've been in contact with Asasina. She's been travelling with us quite a lot recently, from London to Israel to America,
Yes.
and
Spain as well.
and bringing all. I mean, this was what was extraordinary, especially in. We visited the Lama Foundation in New Mexico, and we visited the Shrine of the Holy Wisdom, which was like a multi-faith center. That was in Arizona. And we had people of all different backgrounds joining this gatherings,
Yeah.
and all standing in a circle, all chanting their name of God, and it was entering their hearts, it was reawakening their souls. And this is what very much our message is, that you feel a restlessness in your person, you feel some disconnected and unconscious state before these souls have been given and fed this divine energy and divine light. And it's most certainly helping a lot of people, and bringing people together through this divine energy, isn't it, Shoktandu? Yeah.
That's wonderful. It really is.
And of course, very much, as we said, it's universal. Females are more than welcome, or from any gender. This is about the souls. The souls have no sex, and the souls have no gender. The souls have no race or religion. It's all about the awareness of the inner being. This is what we want to project out there. That people do say, "Oh yes, we're a body. We're only here temporary," but do they really grasp that fact? Do you find that people are now grasping the fact more that there's something else?
Yeah.
There's something else we need to focus on, something else we need to concentrate on, and that's our inner being, our reality.
Yes, I mean, I think that, I feel that people are, especially in the West, all over, where there's a huge global imprint of things that are out of their control. They lead a very dissatisfied life. And I know in the UK that people are spiritually dissatisfied with what has been offered to them in the past. This is due to war, post-traumatic stress disorder. The souls have had enough. This is the new era of light. We engage on a heart-based frequency of awareness. And that is completely different to the old ways of being, living in fear, having a divine disconnection.
Or thinking that spirituality and the path onto Sufism and spirituality is for somebody else. This is what was the thought before. You had to be spiritually advanced. You had to be from a lineage of spiritual masters. This was for somebody else, but we all have the potential, don't we? We all have the same divinity. Our souls are all the same. They just need that little burst of energy and just that reawakening to succeed.
Yes, it's a bit like jump-starting a car that's been in the garage for too long.
Yes.
Plus, of course, believing that whatever is history is not something to just continue listening as stories. This is something you can practically adopt and apply on yourself, in your life as well. So, as Reverend Steve mentioned, in addition to like these events in all around the world or so, we have this broadcast which we are now part of. It starts every night 10 o'clock. For the idea is again through internet, through this ALRA TV, for this message to reach out around the globe. And we also have obviously the content or material which is offered online as well in the form of Western Sufi course.
Yes.
Which is something basically connecting all humanity together in terms of like divine and spiritual message, through this divine and spiritual message. And also to earlier point, as in like if you believe in a specific religion and in the holy scriptures, what are the synergies or common messages which were given through the holy messengers and prophets, etc. So emphasizing those sides as well. Spiritual message and universal message.
And we do the Sufidhikr, we do every Friday, British time, 10 o'clock. And that goes out online. It goes out on a TV station. People enjoy it through there. They join at the same time. So we're all expanding and we're all joining in with this energy. So that
Very
goes on every Friday. And I mean, you're more than welcome, Angela. Next time you're in London, please give us a call and come down to our studio, join our Sufidhikr session. Or we're going to have a big string of programs there. We're going to do a Sufi lounge where we're going to have a chat show. Different people are going to come and share what their what their path is and what they've learned and what they strive for, and we're going to try and help each other, network with each other to promote this out there, because we want everybody to have this reawakening of the heart, So you're more than welcome to come.
To our existence, and that sounds like an amazing work, an amazing concept, is to unify all cultures, all relations, because we've all incarnated here at a specific frequency of time, and we must realize that every single one of us has the divine co-creative will and connection to Creator to bring forth this consciousness. That's why we're here.
Beautiful. Right. Okay, then. Well, I think we can leave it to there. I mean, thank you so much for joining us, Andrew. We really enjoyed it. Had a hearty debate.
Blessing, peace.
Was there anything else you wanted to end? If you want to do an end prayer, that would be lovely as well.
I would love that. I don't need an excuse to pray at any moment in time.
Well, we'd love to hear that. Yeah.
Okay, so I give thanks to the Creator of all that is, was, and ever will be. I give thanks for the illumination of all hearts on this planet, seen and unseen, so that we may live true spiritual joy in this era of light. During this great dreamtime remembering, may our souls connect, resolve on all spiritual and universal and spiritual levels of our existence, in all color frequencies of time.
Beautiful. Amen. Absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Angela, and have a safe journey back to England when you come back. And,
Thank
you. We'll speak again.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Steve.
Thank you.
Be blessed. See you in
You too.
Glastonbury.
Love and light. Bye-bye.
Thank you.